welcome to Christy's Stampin' Spot. I am Christy, I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States. And hopefully, I am going live on my YouTube channel. I have never just gone live by myself. I did a while ago go on and do Facebook Live and YouTube. I'm trying to do YouTube by myself, just by itself today. So, oop, it is. Looks like it's going. Looks like it's working. I have to turn off my sound on my phone, as I am using a different streaming service. And I am not sure how that works, but hopefully you guys can hear me and things are going good. I can see it over here live. It's exciting. Oh my gosh. Okay. So today I have a really fabulous card that I'm going to make for Father's Day, or you can use it for male birthdays, but it's with the fabulous Wildlife Wonder stamp set. So I'm a little bit early because I wanted to make sure I was getting everything going. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and turn you guys down. Go. Do. So exciting. And all right, so we are going to be using a set. So luckily, both of the things that we're using today are actually carryover from last year's catalog. It's going to be in the new catalog. And we're going to use the Wildlife Wonder stamp set, which I love and adore. It's a beautiful, distinctive stamp set. You're going to be able to find it in your catalog on page 100 up here on the top. It has these beautiful, distinctive images. And how you know if it's distinctive is it has that um, this little icon here at the bottom. That's how you know it's distinctive. And with a distinctive stamp, that means it has all the shading done for you. And the best I've found to use to use yours and stamp them up, that's when we're going to make sure you take your ink pad and you stamp it like you ink it like this instead of the normal this way. That helps you get like the best image. And if your ink pad is like super juicy, then it's better to like maybe use your bone folder or a spoon and kind of drag it over a little bit so that because if it's too inky, then you don't get the beautiful distinctive part. But I'm telling you, I love these stamps. So we're going to use this one. This is a fabulous set for Father's Day or for a male's birthday, any kind of, it's to a great guy, for all the great things that you do, a note of thanks. You mean so much to me, and sending birthday wishes. And it has this beautiful owl and the wolf, which is why I had to have it, and the bear, and then it has some lovely like background, a little bit of pretty flower. I guess it could be flower or thistle or just grass. It's pretty nice. Now this is a cling stamp set, which is pretty awesome. And so I'm going to make a really simple card. And what we're going to use is some of using the dies to the best. So this is actually, if you guys remember, it was a part of the Perched in a Tree stamp set and bundle last year. So now it's still available. It's just not as a bundle. But this is the stamp set that matches. But we're just going to use the dies today from that. And that is over here on page 162. And we're going to use this fabulous aspen tree. We're going to use just that frame to set off our super cute wolf. Oops. It's a little bit shiny there. Sorry about that. And then we're going to use some of the fabulous stargazing paper. And so the designer series papers are on sale right now, 15% off for all of our most of our designer series papers. I think, yeah, the gingham is. And this one is also the stargazing 12 by 12. And I'm actually going to use a piece of that behind my perch tree to make my card today. So let me go ahead and set that aside. Okay, so this is the card that we're going to make. Isn't that pretty? I love the that stargazing on the back, and it's super easy and simple to make. Super easy. All right, so let's get started. So what you need is a piece of Night of Navy cardstock, and I always get my 8.5 by 11, and then I cut it at 4 1/4, and then I've scored it at 5 1/2. Love the Night of Navy. And then I have cut a piece of, actually I have two different pieces. Wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. So with the Fabulous Stargazing, you get some different patterns. This one has a little bit more of the blue at the top, depending on how you cut it. But you cut it at 4 and 5 1/4. So I've got this one that's got only a little bit of blue, right? It's got a little bit right here, a little bit lighter pattern. This one's got a lot more lighter pattern on there. So I think I'll look and see how it looks after I get my other piece. So like I said, we're using the the aspen trees dies, and I've already gone ahead and die cut out the um, the aspen trees. So this is the big die that we use, and I cut my piece of paper because it actually die cuts out the image, right? So it's not one of those that will cut out the oval too. You have to cut your paper down to the size that you want. And so I've cut my paper down to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So it's usually the layer that I put on the outside of my cards, the outside layer, but the Stargazer is actually going to be the 4 by 5 1/4, and this one's just going to overlap it. And the reason why you need to use it that big is because you want to make sure you have enough here and here, right, to fit, to go on top of your, to go over on top of your target, and you have enough over your DSP and have enough space to put either your stamp dimensionals or your glue to hold it down, right? This is a fabulous, fabulous die. I love it so much. And I do use a little piece of Post-it tape to hold it down. And of course, it does cut out the bird image. It is lovely. So, love this, love this, love this. So this is the aspen trees. Okay, so let me get die cut. Get all these little pieces. Okay. Awesome. So now I can decide if I want, see how you can see how it's got a little bit of that, or if I want a lot. Ooh, I think I'm going to use the one with a lot. It almost looks like a moon halo. And so what I'm going to do too is, before I glue it down, I'm going to use, actually I guess I'll glue it down and then I'll put on the Wink of Stella. So I'm just going to actually layer this on here, some glue. So this is the Stargazing. 4 and 5 1/4, and then you want to make sure you put your top. And then I'm going to actually add some Wink of Stella. That's a guy card. You don't usually use a lot of bling, but stars shine, right? So that's pretty fabulous. So my daughter hasn't come running out here, so hopefully everything is good. Okay, so Wink of Stella, which I absolutely adore. I'm going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella on here. So I'm just going to add a little bit to the stars. I can't really tell where it's going to go. You can also, flick it if you want, so that you get a full coverage if you really want it sparkly. But I'm just going to add a couple little dots on the little white specks to kind of give me some sparkle. Yeah, pretty. Love that. And you can, of course, add more. I like to do it before I add the other piece so you don't accidentally get any of the Wink of Stella onto your other panel cardstock, because you can see it, right? And then it looks like it's off center. So, off color. I don't usually like to keep it like that. But okay, so now I'm going to just glue this on top. Right, so you can use, now if you don't like to use glue, you can always use the self-adhesive strips where you can just put the whole thing on there, but I just like glue. You can also do Stampin' Dimensionals in the corner. I'm actually going to pop up the sentiment and the wolf, this piece here. So I didn't really want to pop up my trees. These really pretty birch trees. I'm just adding a little bit of glue. And I notice here I'm missing one piece. Make sure I get that out. And I'm going to go ahead. And so it should fit right over top. So because it is the 5 3/8, you'll have a little bit of a border, but not too much. So I really like giving it a little bit of a border, because then it does look like it's a little bit popped up, right? Because it's on top. So I like the little bit of a border, but look how pretty that looks. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Love, love, love. So pretty. And this would look really great too under the Grove dies. If you've got the Grove dies, those would look good. I love these. So pretty. Okay, so then I'm gonna get a piece. Then I've die cut a white, just a white stitch circle, and this is with the Stylish Shapes dies. And this is my basic white. Will be my inside there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and zoom this in a little bit so you guys can see the stamping. Oops, yeah, I know, it would look really good. Okay, so I'm gonna put that over here so you guys can still see how I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the wolf image from the Wildlife Wonder stamp set, and I'm gonna use the Too Great guy, and I'm gonna use my Memento Black ink as well as my Night of Navy ink. Okay, so I'm gonna do the sentiment first in my Night of Navy. Open my pad, and I'm gonna use my To a Great Guy right here. I'm just going to stamp it right up here in the top corner of my my stitch basic white. So let me go, the stitch circle, and I'm just going to put it up here in the corner, just like that. Pretty, lovely, and that's in the Night of Navy. So I'm just cleaning off my stamp on my chamois. It's nice to have the chamois. If you don't have a simple chamois, it's a great when you rubber stamp to clean your stamps. Our Stamp and Scrub is also awesome with the Stampin' Mist because that really keeps your rubber nice. But for on your desk when you're in the middle of stamping, there's nothing like that. Simple chamois, so fabulous. I've actually cut mine down so it fits on my little platform, but I love it. Okay, like I said though, this is a distinctive stamp set. So this wolf. So I'm gonna actually use my Memento ink and I'm gonna just stamp it or ink it up, put the pad on the stamp like that. And then I'm gonna be able to, you can really see where I'm gonna put that so you can see that. So just like that. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. So this is actually quite beautiful, even without coloring it. As you can see, it's just gorgeous, right? And it's got all the shading already. That's beautiful, right? But there's a lot of white, so I'm going to add a little bit of color because I love Stampin' Blends. I don't really need it. I never need a reason to use blends if I can't. So I'm gonna color my wolf with the light smoky slate, and then I'm gonna this little rock that he's on. I'm going to color with my light Pebble Pat, which is one of our new ink colors, which I love, and it's kind of a brownish gray, so it's a lovely color. So I'm actually, because this already has all the shading, I don't have to do that much. I'm gonna color it in. Just change my bullet tip. See that? In between little legs. And this wolf is so cute. I love this wolf. I had to have it. Go. So that's it. That's like all that needs for it. And again, that looks good just like that. But again, I want to add a little bit of um, some smoky slate. There's not as much white. Just adding a little bit. And I love how the distinctive stamp already has all the shading for you. Just going to add that on. Do-do. Up above. Go. Awesome. So cute. Such a cute little wolf. Lobo. Of course, you can do more shading because Stampin' Up! Does so much with the image. Look how beautiful that looks. So awesome. Okay, so then I'm going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella to his eye. My wolf. A little bit of sparkle. And then I'm just going to use my Stampin' Dimensionals. I had them here. I did, which is awesome. I'm just going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals to the back. at that. Our card front is done. Isn't that beautiful? Now, you don't even need anything extra, but I totally love a little bit of bling. So I'm actually going to use my 2325 in color dots. I did see that these are on low inventory today, but I love these as they have Pebble Path dots. So I'm just going to add those. It's always good to do the rule of 3. I'm going to do a big one and then the small one right here. And use the medium one. I love these because they have 3 sizes, just like that. Isn't that pretty? So nice. There we go. Isn't that lovely? Love, love, love. Now, I can tell that I didn't get very much of my sparkle. So here in the middle, where you can really wanted to add a little bit more. You need to be careful not to touch your trees, because it will discolor. I mean, it will sparkle, but it'll also discolor. I don't really like it. It discolors it. Just want to add a little bit more. 2 stars. Not pretty. Love. There we go. So now we are done with our card front. How easy is that? It's gorgeous, right? So gorgeous. Okay, so then it's not done yet. We need to do our inside. Let me unzoom this a little bit. Zoom out a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my inside layer. And I always use, mine are usually 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. I like that size of the basic white. And then I'm going to actually use another stamp from this stamp set. I'm just going to do for all the great things that you do. So it'll be great. You can say Happy Father's, write in Happy Father's Day, or you have a favorite Happy Father's Day stamp. You can also add on here, or it's great for a birthday or anything. All the great things you do. And then I always like to add my sentiment to what I stamp on the inside to the back of my card as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put that put that right there. And because this is Night of Navy, it doesn't show up that well. If you really like it to pop, we do have the white craft ink that you get that you can do the white on there, but it does smear, so you have to make sure you use your heat tool to dry it, which is lovely, but I like to just use the Night of Navy. You can see it enough that it looks like there's something on the bag without it being too much. Okay, so then I'm actually going to do a strip for the back of my card and for the inside. This is just a strip of the Stargazing Designer Series paper. I cut it at a 1/2 inch by 4. Other one should be right here. Just have to shuffle all my stuff. The strips like went. Oh, let's see. Where did it go? I lose my strip. I don't see it. It's probably right here somewhere. Move all my things out of the way. You can see it. Okay, it's basic white. Those are my layers. I had them right here. Extra piece of that. Here's my extra little white in case it messes up. I don't see where it went. I'm always losing those strips. It's very annoying when I go live. Okay, so I don't see it. Let me show you. I'm just going to grab some. Here is my trimmer. Go ahead and close this so that I don't get ink all over everything. And then I'm going to grab my paper. This is my paper. And I actually have a piece here that I like cut a circle out of. I always keep all of my scraps. So I can just cut 1/2 inch off there. And make sure it's at 4. It's close to 4. It's got a little bit. Won't matter that much, but there we go. And I will add that to the bottom of my my inside panel. And of course, probably after I get this done, usually I find the piece that I've lost, like literally like 2 minutes after I've cut cut, given up and cut it again. But plenty of paper. I love this stargazing paper. It's so pretty. Okay, and then we're just gonna put that on the inside. Glue that in. Just like that. And it's not done until I've added my Stampin' Up! Logo to the back. And this is from the Stamped with Love stamp set, and it is our Stampin' Up! Logo. And this is to get in our what we call an angel policy, which means if you make cards that you sell at your like church bazaar or at craft fairs, it lets you be in compliance. Stampin' Up! For using their images, their copyright. So I like it too because it makes me feel like I finished the card where it's done on the back. Okay, so I'm gonna close my Night of Navy. And there you go. Isn't that pretty? It's super easy and super beautiful. This one's got a little bit more blue. And this one's got a little bit more of that purple or pink, but it still looks gorgeous. Right? That nighttime sky. So pretty. I love these aspen trees dies. I was so excited when they were able to they were keeping them in the catalog because they are pretty fabulous. Love, love, love. Okay. So then let's see. I hope you guys enjoyed those. Our cards. I just want to give you a little bit, like I mentioned before, we are in the middle of our designer series paper sale. You can find, I'll have that in the description of this video where you can see which ones are on sale, but they're 15% off. So it's a great deal for already fabulous designer series papers. And those pattern papers are on sale from the June 1st. So it was, what is today, the 6th? Yes, today's the 6th. So till the 30th. So you've got some time, but don't want to wait too long. They're fabulous papers. And then we also are having a fabulous starter kit sale. And what does that mean is our starter kit plus, Stampin' Up! Is doing a promotion. If you join Stampin' Up! And become a demonstrator, you can get $155 worth of product for only $99. You get to choose what what that product is, and one of the fun things is that you can also put in some of the pre-order stuff. Right now we have some online exclusives that we're pre-ordering. Mine should be coming soon. Hopefully they'll be here soon. I checked this morning; it was still in picking, so it takes a little while for shipping, but it's so awesome. Love, love, love. But as a demonstrator, you can pre-order, get things early, get to see things early, which is always exciting. And then, and there's no obligation, which is the best part. You don't have to do what I do. You can just be a happy shopper and earn 20% on all your future purchases. So being a demonstrator, and I'd love to have you join my Stampin' Up! Team, Stampin' Lovelies. We'd love to have you. So that is great. So keep that in mind. If you have a huge list of stuff that you want, because you get that $55 free, so the $99 plus there's free shipping. It's awesome. Such a great deal. And then don't forget we have our welcome in your pumpkin kit that you have till June 10th to subscribe, as well as the add-ons are actually is available now in my online store, and that's like a base and the little leaf and the flower that I cut out. And this kit is going to match. It coordinates with the countryside in Suite, which is really awesome. So keep that in mind. And I just want to say thank you guys for joining me. This is so fun. I'm so glad I was able to get on YouTube Live. This is my first all YouTube Live, and hopefully I'll be able to come back and see you guys every Tuesday, which is very exciting. If you need anything, you can use my June host code, and I'll have all that information in the body of this video. And my blog post will go up tomorrow with all the measurements and supply list for this project, as well as a downloadable PDF. So please like and subscribe and share this video. I appreciate your support. So you guys have a great day and happy crafting. Bye.